advocate Anila Jayaprakash. Welcome to Legal Desk. Today I will explain Chapter 1 of the BNS 2023. Section 1 of the BNS deals with name, extent and commencement. This name of the law is called Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita 2023. This is the new criminal substantive law replacing the Indian Penal Code. BNS applies to whole of India. This includes almost every state and union territory. BNS came into force. BNS was passed by Parliament in December 2023, assent on 25th December 2023. The BNS was notified officially along with other new criminal justice laws on 25th December 2023. The effective date when BNS legally replaced the old criminal code is 1st July 2024. From that date, BNS replaced the old Indian Penal Code for offences committed under the new law. So, officially, BNS is in force from 1st July 2024 all over India. On that date, IPC stops and BNS begins. Why the section 1 of the BNS is important? It tells us where the law works and from when it works. Without this section, the law cannot operate. Examples of MCQ's question: Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita extend to dash the whole of India. BNS came into force on when 1st July 2024. BNS replaces which act? Indian Penal Code 1860. Commencement of BNS depends on notification by central government. Section 1 tells the name of the law, that it applies to all over India and that it came into force on 1st July 2024 through government notification. Section 2 is definitions. This is clause-wise explanation. Section 2 clause 1 of the BNS defines act. Act means a deed or action done by a person. Physical movement, doing something intentionally or unintentionally. For example, hitting someone is an act. Section 2 clause 2 of the BNS defines omission. Omission means not doing something you are really required to do. Failure to act when law imposes a duty. For example, a parent not feeding a child is an illegal omission. Section 2 clause 3 of the BNS defines animal. Animal include any living creature other than human beings. Useful in offences like mischief, cruelty, trespass involving animals, etc. Section 2 clause 4 of the BNS defines code. Code means Bharatiya Nyaya Sanhita itself, used for internal reference in the Act. Section 2 clause 5 of the BNS defines court. Any judge or magistrate legally authorized to decide cases or pass judgment. Includes magistrate, sessions judges, special courts, not included panchayats, private arbitrators, etc. Next, section 2 clause 6 of the BNS defines death. Death means the death of a human being. Important for offences relating to murder, culpable homicide, Dove reader. Section 2 clause 7 of the BNS defines dishonestly. Dishonestly means with intention to cause wrongful gain or wrongful loss. For example, taking someone's phone to keep for yourself with this term is important in theft, cheating, criminal breach of trust. Section 2 clause 8 of the BNS defines document. Document includes written paper, electronic records, emails, SMS, digital signatures, maps, plans, photographs. BNS is digital friendly. This definition expands the earlier Indian Penal Code definition under modern technology. Section 2 clause 9 of the BNS defines electronic communication. Electronic communication includes emails, SMS, WhatsApp messages, social media posts, online messages used in cyber offenses, etc. Next, Section 2 clause 10 of the BNS defines fraudulently. What is fraudulently? Fraudulently means doing something with an intention to deceive. For example, forgery, fraud, cheating case, etc. Section 11 of the BNS defines good faith. A person acts in good faith when he believes he is doing the right thing, he is honest, there is no negligence. Law protects acts done in good faith. Section 2 clause 12 of the BNS defines government. Government includes central government, state government where applicable. Section 2 clause 13 of the BNS defines injury. Injury includes physical injury, mental injury, harm to reputation, harm to property. This is a broad definition. Section 2 clause 14 of the BNS defines judge. A judge is a person officially appointed to decide cases, includes every person empowered to give a final judgment. For example, district judge, session judge, magistrate. Section 2 clause 14 of the BNS defines life imprisonment. Life imprisonment means imprisonment for the entire natural life. BNS clarifies this strongly. Section 216 of the BNS defines male and female. Biological definition similar to Indian Penal Code used for gender-based offences. Section 2 clause 17 of the BNS defines mental illness. Mental disorder that affects decision-making ability. Important in insanity, defense consent, criminal responsibility, etc. Next, Section 2 clause 18 of the BNS defines month. Month means a calendar month. Section 2 clause 19 of the BNS defines movable property. Anything that can be moved and transferred. This includes vehicle, phones, jewelry, cash, etc. Section 2 clause 20 of the BNS defines offense anything punishable under BNS or any other law. Section 2 clause 21 of the BNS defines person. Person includes individuals, companies, associations, government bodies. So companies can also commit offenses. Section 2 clause 22 of the BNS defines public. Public means any group of people forming a community. Section 2 clause 23 of the BNS defines public servant. Public servant includes government officials, police, teachers in government schools, judges, officers of local authority. This definition is widely used in corruption cases. Section 2 clause 24 of the BNS defines reason to believe. A reasonable person in the same situation would believe the same thing. This is more than suspicion. Section 2 clause 25 of the BNS defines voluntarily doing an act with free will without force or pressure, usually used in offences requiring intention. Section 2 clause 26 of the BNS defines will. Will is a legal declaration of how a person wants his property distributed after death. Here, important points are Section 2 is foundation of entire BNS. Many MCQs come from these definitions. You should memorize these with examples. Many case laws depend on this term. Section 2 defines important words like act, omission, offense, document, judge, public servant, life imprisonment, voluntarily, injury, fraudulently, and so on. Without Section 2, we cannot correctly interpret any offense in BNS. Why are these definitions important? Because judiciary exam asks direct MCQs from definitions. Mains question also depends on the meaning of these terms. Easy summary for students. Chapter 1 introduces the BNS. It tells us the name of the law, where it applies, when it applies, and explains important definitions. This chapter is very easy and scoring in the examination. This is a simple explanation of chapter 1 of BNS. From the next video, I will explain chapter 2 and other important areas of BNS. Subscribe and comment which chapter you want next. Thank you.